Hey guys, a question I get asked all the time is how to stay on track health-wise with your eating and also with a healthy lifestyle. So I have 6 awesome tips for you that are going to help you stay on track. So my first tip for staying on track health-wise is to ditch the diet mentality. And it's actually really freeing when you do this because there is no one diet that fits for everybody. And the problem is that diets are time limited. You always say to yourself, okay, for the next 7 to 10 days, I'm gonna eat really well, I'm gonna exercise, and then what happens after those 7 to 10 days? You just revert back to your old habits because you already set out from the beginning that it was a diet. And remember, there's billions of people on planet Earth. Do you think one expert or one diet has everything that fits for everybody? No way. Diets just don't work. Ditch the need to associate a number with food. For example, ditch the need to constantly counting calories or measuring grams of fat or carbs. Instead, focus on real food. Focus on what your food is actually made of and listen to your own body's wisdom and guidance, because if you really tune in, it will always guide you in the right direction. And it's so freeing when you release that need to always be counting calories. When I lived my life by diets and plans and following this detox and that cleanse, I was completely miserable when I was doing them. When I actually realized that healthy eating was about a lifestyle, not a diet, that's when it was so easy to stay on track. My second tip for staying on track with your health goals is to release the guilt. It's such a common complaint that I hear from people that they eat really well for the first half of the week and then say midway through the week they indulge and have pizza and maybe too much wine, and then the next day they're feeling totally guilty about it, puts them on a downward spiral, and they just decide to throw their hands up in the air and just eat crappy for the rest of the week. So if that describes you, why not just get back on track the next day? Quit feeling sorry for yourself. Take the power away from the food. Release the guilt. It's okay if you have an indulgence once in a while. There's no sense in feeling shameful and guilty about it. Just move on the next day, get right back with your health goals, and believe me, once you release that guilt, it releases all those negative stress hormones associated with that guilt, and you're far less likely to fall into that trap again. So my third tip for you is to batch cook. I totally get it. When you've been working all day or studying all day at school, sometimes the last thing you feel like doing is coming home and making a complicated meal. But this is when a little bit of planning and organization can really help you so that dinner doesn't end up being a bag of Doritos. So batch cook on weekends, or if there's a certain weeknight you know that it's a little quieter, you don't have plans, prepare a huge veggie quinoa salad, bake some muffins, make some raw cookie power balls, like little protein balls to have as like a quick snack. And remember that dinner doesn't have to be complicated. There is such a thing as healthy fast food. And lots of times I come home from the office and yeah, I'm tired. I don't want to cook like a 1 hour long meal. So you can whip something up in like max 15-20 minutes, which is probably faster than picking up your cell phone, ordering pizza and waiting for pizza. So real food doesn't have to be complicated. Tip number 4 is to remind yourself how good you feel when you take time for self-care. And self-care means making yourself a priority, making time for regular exercise, making time to create nourishing, yummy food for yourself, having fun time in your schedule, having alone time. You are the best person to take care of you, and sometimes you just need a little reminder of how good you feel when you are on track with your health habits. I've never had anyone say to me, oh God, I feel horrible when I eat well and I feel horrible when I exercise. Never. You always feel amazing. And here's the thing, you deserve to feel amazing. So remind yourself how good you feel when you take care of yourself. Write it on a Post-it note, stick it on your fridge, stick it on your bathroom mirror as a constant reminder that you deserve to feel good. So tip number 5 is to food journal. Now, you probably thought this was going to be an obvious one since I am a nutritionist. I do recommend people write down a food journal for at least a week or two. You don't have to do this for the rest of your life, but this really does help you with awareness, and it really does help you stay on track. Because when you write down what you eat, you also write down how you feel when you ate those foods. And so that kind of brings me back to my previous point of taking time for self-care. And doing a food journal is taking time for self-care. So food journaling can definitely help you stay on track with your health goals. And my final point is to have fun with food. Now, I know it sounds kind of funny, but all I mean by that is, cooking delicious, nourishing food should not be a chore. Make it fun. Turn on music when you're cooking. Dance in the kitchen. Get a loved one involved. Get your kids, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, friends. Cook with other people. And just have fun with it, and make sure that everything you eat tastes really good. And of course, if you need ideas, pick up a new cookbook. Go online and Google a new ingredient you're interested in. Have fun with it. Be creative. And I always recommend, if you're stuck in a rut with your healthy eating, that you try one new recipe a week for 6 weeks. And by the end of the 6 weeks, you'll have 6 new great, amazing recipes. So there you have it. Those are my 6 tips for staying on track with your health goals. I really hope that it helps you. Be sure to subscribe below. Feel free to comment, ask me any questions you have, and also give me a thumbs up to let me know that you're liking these videos. And I hope you have a joyous day. Bye, guys.